You know, it used to be so easy to spot a fake image, right? Like a
Yeah.
blurry face or a hand that just didn't look right.
Yeah, it was obvious.
But AI is changing all that. I mean, have you seen this stuff? The lines between what's real and what's like computer generated, it's getting blurry.
It is. It's really unnerving when you think about
It
it.
really is. And that's what we're diving into today. We're looking at some new research and it's all about this thing called LOKI.
Loci.
It's fascinating stuff. It's basically LOKI is designed to see if AI can tell what's real and what's fake. But
It's a benchmark.
yeah, a
Yeah.
benchmark. But it's not just about, is this real or fake? It's more like,
He wants to know why.
exactly, it wants to understand why the AI thinks something is fake.
That's the really interesting part, the why. It's about getting the AI to explain itself.
Okay, so like instead of just saying this image is fake, it'll be like this image is fake because.
Exactly. This image is fake because the shadows are wrong or, the lighting is off.
Oh, wow. So it's like having a digital detective, kind of.
Exactly. Like a digital detective that can point out all the little inconsistencies. And that's what makes LOKI so powerful.
So they're testing this LKI thing with all sorts of stuff, right? Like not just pictures.
Right. They're using images, videos, 3D models, even audio.
Audio too.
Yeah, things like synthetic voices. They used a data set called ASV spoof, which is specifically designed to test how well AI can tell the difference between a real voice and a computer-generated one.
Whoa. I mean, that's got to be tough, right? Even for us, it's hard to tell sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just voices. They're also looking at other types of audio, like ambient sounds, like the sound of traffic or birds chirping. They want to see if AI can tell if those sounds are real or if they've been created artificially.
Using, what was it called?
DAAs. That's another data set they used.
DKAs. So you've got ASV spoof for voices and DCase for like background noises and stuff.
Exactly.
Wow. They're really throwing everything they can at these AIs, huh?
They are. It's a real test to see what these systems are capable of.
So we've got all these sounds, but what about images? I mean, pictures and videos, that's a whole other beast, right?
Oh, yeah. Images are huge. That's a big focus of LOKI, too.
So what are they using for that? Like, where are they even getting all these fake pictures to test with?
Well, they've got a bunch of sources. Some of them are from those AI art generators that everyone's using these days.
Like
Mid-Journey, Stable Diffusion, those kind of things.
Right. Those are getting good. Scary good, actually.
They really are. And they're not stopping at just like still images either. They're also using 3D models.
3D models. So like those things they use in video games and movies.
Exactly. Except now they're so realistic that you can barely tell the difference.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Like, how are we supposed to tell what's real anymore?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But that's what makes this research so important. We need to know if AI can actually help us with this.
So how did they do the AIs, I mean? Were they able to spot the fakes?
It's interesting, actually. Some of the AIs did amazingly well. Like, really, really well.
Like better than people?
In some cases, yeah. Some of them actually outperformed humans on certain tasks.
Wow. That's kind of freaky, don't you think? Like, if the AI is better at this than we are.
It's definitely something to think about. But it also shows just how powerful these large multimodal models, these LMMs, can be. They can analyze huge amounts of data and pick up on patterns that we might miss.
So they're like super detail-oriented, these LMMs.
Exactly. They're looking at things like textures, lighting, shadows, all those little details that might give away a fake.
Okay, but you said some of them did well, not all of them.
That's right. They found that the AIs were really good at spotting those more general signs of fakery, but when it came to really specialized stuff, they struggled a bit.
Specialized stuff like what?
Well, for example, they had a harder time with satellite images.
Satellite images, like from space.
Yep. Especially when those images were really, really well faked. It's like anything else, I guess.
Like, you give me a fake $20 bill, I might not know the difference. But you show it to a cashier who sees them all day, they'll spot it in a second.
Exactly. It's about having that deep knowledge in a specific area. And these LMMs, they're still learning. They haven't been trained on every single type of content out there.
So they can't replace, like, real experts just yet.
Not yet. But what's really interesting is that the researchers found this link between how hard it was for a human to spot a fake and how hard it was for the AI.
What do you mean?
Like, if the humans were struggling to tell if something was real or fake, the AIs were struggling too, and vice versa. If it was easy for us, it was usually easy for them.
So the AIs were kind of mirroring our own abilities.
It seems like it. which I think is fascinating. It suggests that these LMMs aren't just learning some basic rules about what makes something look fake. They're actually developing a more sophisticated understanding of what makes something look real.
So it's like these AIs are learning to see the world the way we do.
In a way, yeah. It's pretty wild when you think about it.
It is, but earlier you were talking about how important it is for these AI systems to explain why they think something is fake, that whole interpretability thing.
Right, right.
Can you talk more about that? Like, why does it matter so much?
Well, imagine, like, you're in court, right?
Yeah.
And a piece of evidence is presented, a photo or something, and the AI says, nope, that's a fake.
Okay.
But then, they ask the AI, well, how do you know? And the AI can't really say. It's just like, it's fake. Trust me.
Yeah, that wouldn't go over very well.
Exactly. It's not enough to just have a verdict. You need to understand the reasoning behind it.
So it's about trust, basically. Like, we need to be able to trust that the AI is making the right call, and we can't do that if it's just a black box.
Exactly. Interpretability builds trust, and it's not just in courtrooms. It's in journalism, it's on social media, it's everywhere.
It's like, how can we rely on these AI systems if we don't know how they're working? It's kind of scary, actually.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's why research like this is so important. It's helping us understand these AIs better so we can use them responsibly.
Okay, so big picture time. AI is getting good at making fakes. Really good. But it's also getting good at spotting them. What does that mean for us? Like, what does the future look like in a world where we can't always believe what we see and hear?
That's the question, isn't it? And I don't think there's an easy answer.
Yeah.
But I think one thing's for sure, we can't just sit back and let technology decide this for us. We have to be proactive.
So, like, what can we do?
We need to stay informed. We need to learn about these technologies, how they work, what their limitations are. We need to be critical thinkers. Don't just accept everything you see online as gospel.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Exactly. We've always had to be careful, but now it's more important than ever.
Well said. Well, this has been fascinating.
It has.
A little scary, but fascinating. So to sum up, LOKI is testing the limits of AI's ability to detect fake stuff. And the results, they're kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Some of these AIs are getting really good, sometimes even better than us.
They are. It's impressive.
But there's still work to do, especially when it comes to, those really specialized areas.
Right. They're still learning.
And just because AI can spot a fake doesn't mean we should just blindly trust it. We need to understand why. We need that interpretability.
We do. That's crucial.
All right. So if you're interested in this stuff, we'll be sure to link to the OKI research in the show notes. Go check it out. It's worth a read. And in the meantime, stay curious, everyone.
Absolutely. And stay vigilant.
Until next time.